G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. On the bench in front of me today is a privet. I collected this probably 3 years ago, and back then I wasn't the tree styler, so I didn't worry about doing the collection videos too much. I wasn't really sure I was even going to do a YouTube channel, but come 2023 that's all happened and the rest is history. This came out of a friend's garden and I recognised it as a privet and explained to them the invasiveness of the roots. And they said, look, do you want it? And I said, yeah, I'll get rid of it for you. Before we go too much further, I'll give you a spin around. Section here, the tree itself is in a 300mm pot, so you can get an idea of the size. Let's have a bit of a zoom on this trunk. It's not the prettiest tree out there, but I can just see long term the potential of this movement coming up. Let's go and have a closer look. Let's go and have a zoom. Okay, looking into the container, let's clear out some of these weeds that are not required. Let's put them there for the moment. Okay, see you got this big base here coming up. I'll spin slowly around. Got this first branch coming out. Now this is where the main trunk was removed by myself, and I did a little bit of carving a little while ago. I'm not sure exactly how long ago. Practicing the carving and making it look more appealing than a dirty big branch chainsaw cut. So spinning around, we'll get to the preferred viewing angle in a minute. You can see there another cut mark from the another branch that was removed. This one is growing back as well. So we've got this first branch to the left, this branch to the right. Spinning around further, another cut there, which is callousing over. Got this another branch here, and you got this top section of the tree moving up. So the tree comes up, big movement to begin with, then tightens up as I go up to the top of the tree. It's got lots and lots of new growth, which is good. Okay, just spinning around further. Got this little bit of wire here, just pulling that branch back. These were wired previously. I've removed the wire, didn't capture that on video, just took it off. Wasn't expecting anything of this tree. So moving up to the canopy, the apex of the tree coming up, still not really set yet, and you've got lots of branches to choose from at the top. Back in the tripod now, nice and steady. So preferred viewing angle, the front, I have been working towards that as my preferred viewing angle, somewhere around there. Actually, I've marked it, little triangle, just there. So right through there, you can just see the glimpse of that carving, and this first branch is coming out. Now, the tree's got this far, it's had some development. Let's go back now and have a look how it's progressed. Okay, so we've seen how far the tree's progressed now. Looking much better. Ideally, I'd like to see it become more compact and forming a triangular shape. So it's an informal upright, just moving around. Look, I'm just working with what I've got. You know, if I've got this to work with, then hey, so be it. Anyway, basic structure, got the trunk coming up, moving. I've got a left branch, a right branch, a rear branch, and then working up again. So a left branch, right branch. Following that all the way up. I've let these grow out, but I'll have to reduce them back. I will get some wire on these to get them coming down. Naturally, they just want to continue to grow up, which is fine on the tips, but these are just too long at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do next step, which will be in an update shortly. The first thing I want to do is just go through and clean out any leaves that are near the base of these branches, just so it makes it easier to work with. So I'm just pinching those off with my fingers, very easily come off. So that just cleans out there, cleans out the branches ready for some wire. Also, I'm identifying where the junction of two or more branches. So as you can see here, I've got trunk coming up, got a branch here, and a branch there, so that forks into two, and then it comes out and forks into two again. But you got this extra little bit here, so there's now 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have to remove either that bigger one, which has got way more branches than this one, so this will be the one that I remove. That one. Don't need that now. I'll get a sharp pair of cutters and cut that off, so then it'll go back to a nice junction of 2. 1, 2. This might get a better angle of it. Yeah, so you got these 2 branches and you got that little side one, which I've stripped off all the leaves. So I'll get rid of that one because these 2 branches have got a lot more development on them. So I'll repeat that throughout the tree, looking for those junctions, making sure there's not that congestion which will cause swelling at the joints. So I just want it to go seamlessly throughout the tree along the branches. You can see it's already starting to swell up now. I'm not sure about you, but when I'm working on a tree, my brain is very active. So I'm looking at what I can do, and I'm always looking for the future of the tree. Now it's just occurred to me that there's a lot of leaves to navigate around with the wire, which is not too bad because they're just opposing leaves, which are easier to work around. But to make it a lot easier on me and not worrying about the branches, I think I might defoliate this whole tree, and then I'll be able to identify what branches I can keep and what ones to get rid of. So let's do that. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with doing it leaf by leaf. I'm going to do this super quick method. Cue the funky music. Don't worry, I'm not really concerned about breaking the buds or the dormant buds, the nodes that the leaves come out of. It's still very much in development, so I'm just going to go through and just keep continuing what I'm doing, and you'll see what a difference it makes. There we go, in real time that took me 8 minutes. I sped it up somewhat to make it more interesting for you. But that's what I did. Look at those branches now. Just a quick zoom and a quick spin. Like I said, there's lots of branches. Some are going back the wrong way. They'll have to be trimmed down. I definitely can see where there's too many branches now, but overall I can work with that a lot easier. So much easier. Before I crack on with the wiring, that was good. Let me start again. Before I crack on with the wiring, I'm just going to go through and remove the branches that I don't want. So I'm looking for things that are up, down, in the fork or crotch. If that makes sense. That's what I'm looking at. Or if there's just simply too many branches, like here. Let's have a look here. Little zoom. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 branches coming out of there, and I'm not actually sure whether I need that branch. Let me take that off, and I'm going to wire that. I'm going to wire that one. So just moving through, just cleaning up as the video before, defoliated. It's just frustrating me at the moment because I like for you to have the best viewing. It's just not happening at the moment. Now working through here, you can see here, there's 2 branches coming out. I'll take the top one, so that gives me something to wire. This one here, point here. And there's another little branch opposing. I'm going to get rid of that one as well. This one's pointing up, but I could probably, these are very flexible, so I'll probably wire that one down like that. So I've got opposing branches there, very flexible. Then working my way out, which is difficult to do when you've got a camera. I'm looking at changes of direction and what's going to be the best moving forward.